What is going on, everyone? I hope people appreciate these videos at least a little bit. They don't get always a lot of views, but it's 5 degrees out and it's not always easy to get outside, set up a tripod and blah, blah, blah. But regardless, this video is something that I kind of ran into flying Mr. Neo. So the Neo and the Flip, they're supposed to be drones to follow you around and kind of get some fun footage with. And I am right now at a sledding hill. So I was sledding the last few days and kind of thought it would be a fun idea to see what these drones, or at least the Neo, because I returned the Flip, can do. And I didn't want to use my remote or active track or point of interest or any of those kind of modes. I just wanted to simply use my phone and use the follow mode and see what it could do. And apparently I talked with DJI. This is going to be a relatively quick video. I don't want to get too into it because it's cold and there's really only so much to talk about. But apparently when I was trying to have this thing follow me down a sledding hill, every time if I used the follow feature and set the parameters like close or far or flat, whatever it was, it would start to track me and then it would lose me midway down the hill. So I didn't know why it was doing that. Apparently, DJI said that it has to easily detect that it's a person. So my theory, I guess, is based that when you're on a sled and you're low to the ground and kind of squatted down, it's not able to detect that you're actually a person anymore. So sledding is super fun. It's kind of a little therapeutic, playful move to do and get by winter when it's really cold and kind of crappy. And I figured try to get some cool footage. But the thing is, what I've experienced too with this, I was playing around, I'm like, I got to get this thing to track me down the hill. If I went down the hill backwards, it tracked me with no issue. So apparently, because it can detect my face and still see my face, it was able to follow me down with the follow mode on the Neo with no issue. So that was good. But of course, we can't go down a sledding hill backwards. I know this is kind of a weird example, but one would think you buy a drone like this and why not be able to track anything simple? I mean, this is a fun activity. They even have some kind of Neo sport contest. So this may not be a sport, but it's an activity that could be some really cool, fun footage. And this thing basically was failing, just doing what I thought I could do by simply hitting, launching the thing, boom, having it detect me, and then follow me down the sledding hill. So why don't we go ahead and play a teeny bit and I'll show you, and I'll do a screen recording in the app. Again, mind you, this is not going to be with the controller. It's just going to be me powering on the drone, which I'll do now. And the phone is in my pocket. So I'll power on the phone. How are you guys liking your Neo? It's a really fun drone. And when I spoke with DJI today, just to kind of get some input on their end, they basically said what I just mentioned, that it has to easily detect that it's a person to follow. So that's my conclusion, is most likely when I'm on the sled, it's losing fact that I'm actually a person anymore. So let's go ahead and do a screen recording. So we'll get this guy going. So we're going to go into the Fly app, right? And then we're going to go and connect to Neo, hit connect, and it will pair and connect to this guy. And then we got all the parameters, reconnect. I don't know why it does this sometimes, but it will connect, join. Okay, so we have the follow mode. So this is what I'm talking about. And we have manual control now too, which is kind of cool. So I could actually go and control this thing manually with little virtual joysticks, which helps when the thing does not want to come back to you. So I did that a couple times when it stopped tracking me and I was down the hill. But again, too, with that, it wouldn't even go past a certain point. So let's go ahead and set the parameters. We got follow. We have right now close, medium, and far. I don't know what the distance is. I know with the new Neo firmware update, I believe it can track with up to speeds around 18 miles an hour. And so make sure you have the current firmware updated and you'll have the ability to track going a little faster than the previous firmware. So let's go ahead and see. We'll go, why don't we say flat and medium. and we'll try this and see what happens. And I'll go down the hill first, like a normal person, not looking backwards at the drone, because who's going to go backwards really and just look up the hill, and we'll see if it can actually track me. So here, we're going to go ahead and we take the drone. Oop. Wait, where do we go? There we go. I always have a hard time figuring out, there's a little down arrow right below follow, and that will give me that start option. It's always kind of tricky to figure out why or where it is. So here we go. Hit start. You got to stay still. So now it's detecting me, as you see, and it's recording. So now I'm going to continue. I'll bring my phone with me for good measure. Hopefully the audio still is connected to the Osmo Pocket 3, and I'm going to go and we'll see what happens. So see, you can see it's still detecting me. Got the shadow of Neo on me. And we're going to go down and see what happens. Maybe if I wave or something, it will realize I'm a person. So try not to crash. Come on. Conditions are not great at the sled hill, but we get what we can. Okay, come on. Woo! And as you see, it lost me. So there's that. So I got down the hill, and this is what I was experiencing. I'm going to hit stop recording. So it was not able to track me. Now I'll go down the hill backwards. See, it seemed like it picked me up again. There we go. Mr. Neo is at the top of the hill. And I'll show you one other thing. Okay. 5 degrees out. And playing around. Okay. So back in front of the camera. Now since Neo is stuck out there, because he stopped tracking me, I'm going to go over here and hit manual control. Now I have these virtual joysticks, and I could fly this thing back to me. And you could even control the gimbal right here. So you're aware. See, it says subject lost, fly with caution. So let's try this one more time. Put your hand out. Come on.
Landing.
Okay, so Neo did not want to track me when I went down the sled hill forward. So let's go down the hill backwards. And hopefully, which I believe it will, follow me all the way down the hill. Whew, out of breath. So I'm going to go back into follow mode, keep the same parameters, just so we don't change any of the variables. Hit start. You got to stay still. Boom. Okay. So Neo is over here. Woo. So now I got to go down the hill backwards to test this out. I got these little disc sleds. Woo. And now I got to try to get momentum. Nothing like going down a sledding hill backwards at 52. Okay. Let's X out of the little subject is lost. Okay. Okay, come on, Neo. Let's go. You should be able to detect that I'm a person, even going down the normal way. So come on, let's give some sledding people, sledders, some respect and get this thing to be able to track us. Okay. Come on. Come on, little Neo. Hello. Yay! You did it, Neo. You did it. Good job. Woohoo! So, as you see, Neo did fine tracking me like that. So I'll stop recording. Okay, I'm walking back up the sledding hill. And maybe we can try another set of parameters to see if it will track me going down forward. Okay, hold on, here I come. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the audio is staying connected. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and select the parameters, high. We'll say high and medium. And we're gonna go click the little down arrow, and I'll try to go down the hill forward to see if it keeps me tracked. We'll see. I don't think it will, but we'll give it a go. 3, 2, 1. All right. So we try one more time. At least it's fun. Okay. Come on, Neo. Different parameters. You got me tracking right now. Come on. It lost me again. So I'm gonna do one more time to just prove my point. I'm sure I can't be the only one wanting to track me sledding. Come on, there's other people sledding. This is a fun winter activity for kids and families. Okay. I'm gonna run back up the hill, be more out of breath. I'm gonna hit stop. Whew. Go back, manual control. Fly it backwards back to me. Okay. Hit follow. Hit a little plus sign. Okay. Work, Mr. Neo, come on. So now I gotta try to go down backwards one more time. I'll hit start recording, and we'll see if it can detect me. So come on, Neo. This drone is so cool. I can't imagine where the Neo 2 can be. I hope they bring 4K 60 pretty soon. But let's go backwards. I'm gonna X out of the little subject lost. You're not gonna lose me this time. Come on, Neo. Okay. Ready? So we're going backwards. This is kind of scary. Come on, Neo. I don't think I was backwards enough. So it lost me one more time. I gotta do that one more time. There we go. It found me. Good boy, Neo. Come on, Neo. Yay. I love you too. Come on. Do. It's hard to keep these little disc sleds staying backwards the entire time. So I'm gonna land the drone. It's 15-minute long video so far. Try one last time, staying backwards a little bit more. Whew, out of breath. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we got me tracked. I got the bounding box around me. Hello. And I'm gonna try to stay backwards with my phone in my hand and a drone chasing me down the hill. Come on, Neo. Come on. There we go. Good job. Yeah, good job. Okay. Whew. Yeah. So, that's basically it for the sledding. if you want Mr. Neo to track you, you need to go down backwards like a kook. But here, hold on. Do-do-do. All right, let me go to manual control. Fly it back.
Landing.
Whew. Okay, tired, cold. So if you want Mr. Neo to follow you and track you while you're sledding, it has to easily detect that you're a person. So apparently, no matter what the activity, if you're not like maybe a person, meaning in height, it's going to have a difficult time. So for sledding, I don't know if it's actually capable of doing a good job because it always will lose you. So maybe you'd want to try active track or something like that, not just the follow mode, but just a little insight on the Neo and its limitations when you're sledding or doing certain activities. Play around, see what it can do, see what it can't do, and let me know if you've had any similar experiences in the comments below. And that's it. Sledding for the win. Sledding therapy. It makes you smile. It's pretty fun. And yeah, woohoo. So Neo, if you do want to use it, make sure you go backwards down the hill like a lunatic. And that's it. Enjoy the video, subscribe, like, thumbs up, and aloha. Really cold.